Callie Lewis. You're watching Geek Brief TV. This is Brief 689. I've tried all kinds of phones out of frustration with Apple's failure to allow the iPhone to do some things that would be very easy for them to allow. One of those things is Google Voice. Another is the ability to pair Apple's beautiful little keyboard to the phone so that I could do some writing without taking a whole computer everywhere I go. It's possible if you jailbreak, and even more mind-blowing, you can pair this keyboard with Nokia products. The Ion I-Type iPhone keyboard was announced at CES, and it allows users to write on an iPhone using a full-sized keyboard. The iPhone plugs right into the top of the keyboard, making it like a regular old little word processor. Sounds like just the thing for those of us wanting to use a full-sized keyboard for text input, right? Not exactly. Makers of I-Type did a good thing, but Apple's hyper control over what's possible with an iPhone means you can only type in I-Type's associated app. From that app, you can cut the text and paste it into something else like email or a Twitter app, but that certainly is not an elegant way to do things. I-Type will be available sometime before next Christmas for about $70, and I hope Apple will change its policy to allow it to access other applications before then, but hope is wearing thin, especially since it's no longer even listed on the Ion list of products being announced at CES this year. We had a lot of advance notice that HDTV at CES would be all about the 3D, so I didn't expect to see what Haier, the maker of the freezer in my garage, had on display. Haier was demoing a completely wireless HDTV. It sat on a glass cube without HDMI, without audio cables, and without a power cable. For audio and video, the display relies on wireless home digital interface technology that streams audio and video up to 100 feet. The more surprising wireless electricity technology was developed by MIT. While TV makers want us to fully embrace 3D, I've been predicting for the last year that the next big thing in TVs will be Ultra HD, TVs with higher resolution than 1920 by 1080. Panasonic showed off a 152-inch 4K Ultra HD plasma with a resolution of 4096 by 2160. They weren't alone. LG has an 84-inch UHD TV with a resolution of 3840 by 2160. It's an LCD display, and we have no indication when it'll actually be available. If you wonder why you'd want one, it's all about creating a perfect image with undetectable pixel squares, even if you're right by the display. Vizio didn't quite go Ultra HD, but they went beyond HD and ultra wide. They showed off a display that's 58 inches with an LG chocolate-like 21:9 aspect ratio. The resolution is 2560 by 1080, so it'll be good for watching movies like Avatar in full scope without the black bars. The model number, if you'd like to write it down, is the XVT Pro 580 CD. It has a 1,000,000:1 dynamic contrast ratio, smart dimming, and a refresh rate of 120 Hz. It also has Wi-Fi and a remote control with a QWERTY keyboard. One other bit of HDTV news out of CES that had nothing to do with 3D was that Skype HD is on its way. 720p cameras and Skype will be built into future LG and Panasonic HDTVs, so you can finally begin to experience the promise of video calling in a way that your grandmother might embrace if you're lucky. 720p Skype also means really good things for the future of new media, so I'm excited. One more CES episode and then I promise I'm done. Thanks for watching. I'm Callie Lewis. Bye! Geek Brief TV CES coverage is brought to you by angieslist.com/geek, where you can find member-recommended service providers from carpenters to doctors to wedding planners. Promo code GEEK saves you 25% when you join and supports the production of The Brief.